Please be seated, please. I'd like to call to order the Norwalk Housing Authority. Turn my page here. Teresa, can I have a roll call, please?
Commissioners Perez,
Here.
Ramirez,
Here.
Valencia,
Here.
Vice Chair Ayala.
Here. Consent calendar, any questions, comments?
Move it.
Second.
Roll call.
Commissioners Perez,
Aye. Sorry.
Ramirez,
Aye.
Valencia,
Aye.
and Vice Chair Ayala.
Aye. Mr. Gomez, do we have a Community Development Director's report?
No report this evening.
Is there anybody wishing to speak in comments to the Housing Authority?
I don't have any speaker cards.
No speaker cards. Okay, we're adjourned out of the Housing Authority. Thank you. We're going to go directly into the council meeting. All right.
We're gonna get a stopwatch.
You ready, Teresa? All right. We've got the regular meeting of Norwalk City Council is now in order. Gee, many Christmas. For the invocation night, we have Pastor Myrna Brito. This evening, we're privileged to have Pastor Myrna Brito lead the invocation. Please come to the podium. Pastor Brito has been serving the community of Norwalk for over 10 years. She is on the pastoral team at Spirit Life Community Church. She is a Norwalk resident for 28 years. Recently, Pastor Brito is excited to share that she is a first-time grandma to a baby girl and made her surprise arrival on Mother's Day 1 month before her due date. Now, that is a surprise. Pastor Brito's biggest joy is seeing others grow in their faith and witness their personal life miracles. She and her church family are also involved with our own code enforcement department. They assist the disabled and the elderly in the Norwalk community with yard cleanups to avoid possible citations. There are also welcome donations of lawn care equipment and lawnmowers to take in for future projects on her spare time, which it's hard to imagine you have any. On her spare time, she makes charcuterie trays and grazing tables for family and friends. She also enjoys going on walks and rides bikes with her husband. Thank you for coming today and joining us, Pastor. We appreciate your commitment and dedication to our community. Everyone, please stand.
Will you bow your heads with me? Father, we come before you in the name of Jesus, and we thank you, God, for this opportunity. We thank you, Lord, for this time that the city has to discuss business. I pray, Father, your favor and your wisdom over every member of this council, God. I pray that you would give them wisdom. I pray that you would give them peace as they make decisions. I ask you, Lord, that you would open the windows of heaven, God, over the city of Norwalk, that you would continue to bless our communities, bless our homes, bless our families, God, bless our schools. We thank you for this time, and we thank you for every person that is a part of this meeting. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Next up is Haley Garcia to do the pledge. Haley attends Hutchinson Middle School and is in 7th grade. She's very involved with the city of Norwalk as a resident. She will be playing kickball this summer at the Norwalk Sports Complex. Her favorite part about Norwalk is the variety of sports and events that the city has to offer. When she grows up, Haley wants to be a surgeon. On her spare time, she is currently a cheerleader at Hutchinson. Thank you for being here, Haley. Please lead us in the pledge. And then after the pledge, we have some certificates for both of you. So just hang on, okay? Go ahead.
Please put your right hand under your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
City Clerk, can I have the roll call, please?
Council members Perez.
Here.
Ramirez.
Here.
Valencia.
Here.
Vice Mayor Ayala.
Here. Do we have, is there a city attorney report, Mr. Gomez?
Thank you,
Closed
Vice Mayor
session.
Ayala.
Closed
We're going to go
session
ahead and
report.
do my closed session report. Apologies. The record should reflect that the City Council recessed into closed session with 4 members being present, and the following is my report. As to item number 1, conference with real property negotiator pursuant to Government Code Section 54956.8, property Front Street properties, assessor property number as it appears on the agenda. Negotiating parties, Jesus M. Gomez, City Manager on behalf of the city, and Prime Store Development under negotiation price in terms of payment. On this matter, the City Council received a briefing from staff. The City Council provided direction but took no action required to be reported at this time. Thank you, Vice Mayor, members of the City Council. That concludes my report from closed session. It is appropriate to continue with open session.
Thank you. City Council comments, Councilmember Perez.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Good evening, everyone. I just want to keep my comments light tonight. I would like to give a huge congratulations to former Mayor Mike Mendez. I know he is an extremely proud father, but 2 of his 3 children, Lindsay Mendez and Michael Mendez Jr., performed on the Tonys stage for the Broadway Tonys for the awards this past Sunday. Their Tony Award, their Broadway shows received many awards, and I know they are very proud of them and true representation of the city of Norwalk. I saw a few of the interviews leading up to the Tonys, And both of them were very genuine and talked about their roots and where they lived and where they grew up. So a huge congratulations to former Mayor Mike Mendez. And my last comment tonight, as we are wrapping up June, if you believe that, we do have our City Independence Day celebration coming up on July 2nd. Mark your calendars, it's July 2nd on a Tuesday. So we will not be here. We decided let's forego the council meeting. Let's go outside and really celebrate together as a city. So please come on out, join us on the lawn, and we will have music, food, family, friends, come and celebrate Independence Day with the city of Norwalk on July 2nd. And that's all I have today. Thank you.
So, Councilmember Ramirez,
No comments this evening, Mr. Vice Mayor.
thank you. And Councilmember Valencia.
No comments tonight. Thank you.
Okay, we're going into our first special presentation. City Council recognized William Rivera for his first aid assistance to a senior citizen. The city of Norwalk acknowledges Mr. William Rivera, a dedicated individual to the residents of Norwalk. In April 2024, Mr. Rivera demonstrated remarkable courage in two separate incidents. The first occurred when he found a senior citizen lying unconscious on the street. Recognizing the urgency, Mr. Rivera identified the individual and provided first aid assistance. His timely intervention ensured the individual received the necessary medical attention. In another incident in April, Mr. Rivera was walking his dog near Lakeside Park on Studebaker. A car accident occurred at Studebaker and Cecilia. He rushed to the scene and rescued a man out of the flipped car. He promptly called an ambulance and nearby neighbors for additional help. Thanks to the swift response of Norwalk Public Safety, the LA County Fire Department, and Norwalk Sheriff's Department, the injured man received the care he needed. Mr. Rivera expressed his gratitude for the rapid response of our Norwalk first responders who ensure the safety and well-being of our community. Please join me in acknowledging Mr. William Rivera for his selflessness and bravery. His actions reflect the best of our community and serve as an inspiration to all of us. William, please come forward to accept this proclamation and take a photo with the City Council.
Mr. Mayor, if I may, Mr. Vice Mayor, I have some information in regards to Mr. Rivera. I commend him for his efforts, and I think he's an example of what we should all be doing when we see things in our community. Stop and show some compassion and some care. But unfortunately, tonight I received a text from his family that he's not able to attend tonight due to a work conflict. He's on call, but he is a dedicated family man, dedicated to his community, and for him to take on those efforts, having his family with him and caring for others shows a prime example of, he's a true role model to our community. So on behalf of that family, they wanted me to give the city thanks for the recognition of his actions, and he will be picking up that proclamation or what we present to him at a later date.
Does he want to come back when he's available? Or do we just send the...
I think he mentioned that he would love to come to the office and pick it up at a time that's convenient for him, because he does work some crazy hours, and
we can do that.
This is the second time he wasn't able to attend. So.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Our second special presentation is to recognize Deputy Kelly for his outstanding service to Norwalk. Is Deputy Kelly here? Oh, okay. Thank you. Tonight, we're pleased to recognize Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department Deputy Michael Kelly. Deputy Kelly has served the Norwalk community since September 2022. His last day at the Norwalk station was May 25th, and he is now assigned to the Malibu Lost Hills station. Deputy Kelly's dedication to our community has resulted in safer streets for our residents, and during his time in Norwalk, he has issued more than 3,000 citations, the highest recorded by a deputy for the Norwalk station. He has shown exceptional work ethic and dedication. He also pursued continuous professional development by earning certifications such as the California Post Advanced Certificate, Advanced Traffic Collision Investigation, and Advanced Roadside Impaired Driving Enforcement. Deputy Kelly, I extend our deepest gratitude and congratulations to you. We wish you continued success in your new role. Please come up to receive your commendation and take a picture with us if you don't mind.
Vice Mayor, if I may add just a little my comments to Deputy Kelly, I'd just like to acknowledge that he's been a tremendous partner, not only for myself, but public safety and the community. He's been here as part of our net team, the investment that all you guys did in the addition to more traffic safety and the commitment to keeping everybody safe. So I just wanted to publicly say that in my years of experience working with different members of law enforcement, Deputy Kelly embodies a true commitment to public safety, community policing, and he definitely reflects the strategic plan that all of you have made here in our city. So on behalf of public safety, thank you, Deputy Kelly.
Thank you, Mr. Rome. Our third mission tonight is to proclaim July as Parks and Rec Month. Tonight, we also gather to celebrate and recognize the vital role that Parks and Recreation play in our community. Parks and Recreation are an integral part, including City of Norwalk. This month is dedicated to recognizing and celebrating park and professional seasonal workers and volunteers. Country's local, state, and community parks to promote strong, vibrant, and that's why Norwalk is proud to proclaim July as Parks and Rec Month. Accepting this proclamation as our own Recreation and Park Services Department, we'd like to thank them for their services. I was at a meeting this morning, Solico, and there was about outstanding contract service contract cities with, and the everything that rec with the TAP program. So we know we're great, and now other people are realizing the same thing. So please come forward.
Oh, yeah. Some of you are need to go to the other side. Pick some and go. Squeeze in. Anyone? Claudia. Next to Rick. Come on, move over. Well, somebody else needs to move over. You guys need to be moving in. Moving in. You're not going to be in the frame.
For our fourth special presentation, City Council is recognizing the Public Safety's OEM for Emergency Silver Award. City of Norwalk is excited to recognize our Public Safety's Office of Emergency Management for receiving the California Emergency Services Association Silver Award. This award honors public sector organizations that excel in emergency preparedness, services, or response. Our Office of Emergency Management revitalized its programs, setting new standards for regional preparedness. They trained 40 community emergency preparedness team volunteers and extended this training to residents in 25 neighboring cities. Their outreach reached nearly 20,000 individuals, distributing $25,000 worth of emergency kits and more than 50 city events. They also empowered 926 residents with essential tools for crisis management through increased emergency alert enrollment. Additionally, the city invested in a state-of-the-art emergency operations center, which opened in March of 2024. Let's give this amazing team a round of applause and congratulations to each of you. I invite the OES manager to please come forward as we take some pictures and present the well-deserved award. Let's give him a big round of applause.
Vice Mayor, if I may add some comments to this award that was just received by
Sure.
the. Well, as many of you guys who've been with the city for a significant amount of time, there's always been a dream to build out our emergency operations center here in the city. And I just want to briefly acknowledge the incredible work that Richard Newton, Jasmine, and all of the leadership team in public safety. They have not only received several awards, they are definitely putting Norwalk on the map as far as preparing our community. So I just wanted to publicly acknowledge the incredible work. I know there's much to be more done here for our city, but I just wanted to say thank you to all of you.
Okay, Mr. Gomez, I have some city manager comments, and we also have a speaker card from somebody who would like to speak about the Norwalk 5K run. Well, let's go ahead and have you go through your three comments, and then we can have them come up and say.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you, Vice Mayor Ayala and members of the City Council. Thank you. The first announcement is one that is a tough one to announce when you have great staff. We have John Ramirez, who is our Community Development Director, who is retiring the end of August, but will be here till the end of June. I can just share with you that the dedication that he's had for our community has been steadfast, has been on point, has been focused. We're probably at $1 billion worth of investment in terms of our projects within the city. just on economic development, not infrastructure, just on economic development. Some very large projects, 200 million, 400 million, $700 million projects. And so I think he's on to to start his golden years, as many of us, always kind of look forward to. But just want to thank him publicly for all of his time and dedication with all of the projects that we have engaged in and have approved, and some that are coming here in July, like the CYA project, probably the biggest project for the city. And he's been leading our economic development efforts throughout this 4.5 years that he's been here, has made a tremendous contribution to our community. And I just want to thank him personally. I'm sure that the residents will thank you once they see all these projects come to fruition. But most of all, I want to wish him the best with his family, his friends that he's probably going to play golf with more often, and spend some more time with them. But enjoy your golden years and at an early age. So we envy you, that's for sure. But congratulations. Just wanted to wish you the best. The next item is one that we're very proud of. The social services is going through transformation, and we're very proud of that. Very much needed. And the more we actually look into it, the more that we realize how bad is needed. And so, in order to accomplish that, we are going to close the center all of July to be able to have all of it available to get all the projects done that we have there that we need to complete for its birthday, 50th birthday in September. And so we will have services still. Some staff will be at the senior center, some will be here at City Hall. And so you can contact the senior center, and we'll direct you to the right person. But most of all, I think something to be proud of is that it's going to get a huge investment. I think it's worthwhile for our employees, for our residents, and for those who visit the center. So that will begin here in July, and all of July it will be closed. Next, a very significant project that's coming up. It's Hermosillo Park, and we want to provide you with an update. Exciting for the community as well. The park is a great park, but we're going to make it better, and we're going to make a park that we can all be proud of with sustainability, with a sustainability project included in it. And with that, I'd like to have Mr. Alan Perdomo present.
So, good evening, Vice Mayor Tony Ayala and council members. And it's my pleasure to provide an update on Hermosillo Park Rehabilitation, Stormwater Capture, and Infiltration Project. Quick project overview. The Hermosillo Park Rehabilitation, Stormwater Capture, and Infiltration Project will entail the installation of a subsurface 11.8 acre-foot infiltration gallery with water reclaimabilities. Upon completion, the project will provide numerous community benefits and will serve to improve water quality in Coyote Creek and the San Gabriel River. Above the infiltration system, a new park will be constructed with numerous new recreation amenities designed and selected by the Norwalk community. Next, this is a current aerial of the existing park. As you can see, it has the handballs, the basketball court, amphitheater, and open space for what we would normally program for soccer fields. The next slide gives you a preview of our conceptual. This is our latest conceptual. As you can see, it north of the park, it has 2 soccer fields, a state-of-the-art community center building, the handball courts, basketball court, and one big notice is a lot of ample parking, which is great. The next slide is our project funding. So this project is is a result of three major grant recipients. Number one is Measure W with about $20.1 million. The second grant is about 8.5 from California State Parks Prop 68. And lastly, from the LA County Regional Park and Open Space District, Measure A, approximately 1.7, totaling the total project funding almost $30.3 million. So it's a very, very big capital project. The next slide, I want to go over a couple of the project benefits from the park perspective. So again, state-of-the-art community building, which will house at least a 200 rental for parties. So I think will be the largest in our park system. 2 synthetic soccer fields that will allow around the clock programming, state-of-the-art playground and handball courts. An expanded parking lot, modern shade structures, drought-tolerant landscaping, and walking paths. And lastly, a splash pad and an outdoor amphitheater. Again, these pictures are not actuals, but they're pretty conceptual, what we think one might go in the park. Now, the project benefits for the stormwater capture and infiltration project, which is the above ground of the park, is number one, water quality. New infrastructure will divert and treat stormwater runoff to help improve the water quality of our rivers, channels, and oceans. Water supply. Capture stormwater runoff will divert it into a nearby sanctuary sewer system for further treatment, downstream, and future reuse. Number 3, community enhancement. Installation of low-impact development elements with new trees and drought-tolerant landscaping will enhance the community space while reducing the effects of greenhouse gases. Installation of new exercise equipment and new outfields will promote healthy lifestyles. And educational signage will increase public awareness on sustainability development and the health of the San Gabriel River watershed. This also does meet strategic goal number 4, which is support sustainability and climate resiliency throughout the community. These are a couple of pictures from Adventure Park, which is located on Incorporated Whittier in California. So these are pretty similar to these the chambers that will be installed underneath the park, and then the soccer fields will be built on top of it. And just for point of reference, in the middle picture, there's like a little line. I stood next to that one. If I raise my hand, I can barely touch it, so it can give you some sort of sense of height. Now, let's kind of go back in time and look at the project timeline. How do we get here? So in January of 2019, California State Parks opened round 4 for statewide parks. And in May of 2019, the city of Norwalk held community engagement meetings at Hermosillo Park to kind of ask residents what they would like to see at this particular site. In July 2019, the grant proposal was submitted to California State Parks for consideration. And on December of 2021, Governor Newsom announced the grantee winners, which allocated a total of $548 million of grants. In January of 2024, this year, the City Council awarded Reyes Construction with the project to construct such park. Today, June 18th, we're giving our City Council the first update of many regarding this project. The July 11th meeting, we'll be giving our first update to the Parks and Recreation Commission. And on June 15th, we have a dedicated URL called myfuturepark.org that will launch and that will give residents all the information they need just in this particular park. And then on August through December of this year, we'll have community project and community direct impact meetings. I'm going to talk a little bit further what those meetings mean. On October 12th, we're having our 39th annual Arturo Sanchez Parade. On October 26th, we have our Halloween Carnival. And then on November 1st, the park closes for construction. And on November 2nd, we have a beautiful groundbreaking ceremony to kick off the construction of the new park. So some of the challenges some of the recreation opportunities is we have to relocate our Park Pals after school program. So we're currently looking at, do we relocate that to a nearby park? Do we do maybe mobile recreation options, or do we work with Norwalk La Mirada to relocate our program to Arturo Sanchez Elementary? And then we're also working with all of our permit users to relocate all of their soccer games to different parks and different potential schools in Norwalk La Mirada school districts to our joint use agreements. We're also going to be relocating the Halloween parade for the 2025 year. And then everything hopefully should be 2026. You'll see it go back to Hermosillo. Some education opportunities. I think this is a great opportunity to provide education opportunities to the school, to the kids that attend the local school, and also the neighbors, so they can kind of see what this project entails. So we plan to offer site tours with the community at large, and with Sanchez Elementary students. Who knows? Maybe we'll get our next civil engineer out of that group. And I want to talk a little bit about our communication plan. So the direct point of contact would be our website. Our email will be myfuturepark@norwalkca.gov. And again, it puts the ownership on our residents to kind of build anticipation for the park that's coming. Information on marketing materials such as a project fact sheet, notification letters, and on-site signage. myfuturepark.org, dedicated URL, friendly URL. CD and recreational social media outlets to keep our residents updated through our social media outlets. Community site tours, and community outreach meetings, both general impact and direct impact meetings. What are general community meetings? So general community meetings would be anyone at large in the Norwalk community. We're going to keep updated on how the project is progressing over time, and we're going to hold those once a month. And after a few months, we're going to transition to every other month, so bi-monthly. And as you can see, there's kind of a picture of our greater city with basically the red outline. That's Hermosillo Park. And then direct impact meetings are those particular individuals that have more of a direct impact because of their proximity to the park project. So we will be meeting with those particular residents once a month to just give them more information on what's happening in the park. And that is my presentation. I do have Mario Mera, our engineering division manager, Ron Shen, our principal engineer, and then Steve Leathers, vice president of various constructions, with me if you have any questions for them as well. Thank you.
Questions, folks? Council?
Not a question, just it's great to see that we're at this point. Tony and I were remembering back in 2018 to 2019 when we started this, and our council members that were here at the time, this was a very big deal to put much love into this park. So it's great to see where we're at today. I want to fast forward to get us to the completion date, as we do for every project, but it's great to see it moving forward, and I know the community is really going to appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Anna?
Thank you. It is, as Jennifer said, we're very excited about the new and improved Hermosillo Park, but also this project that's going to save us a lot of water. It's going to do a lot of good for us. And yes, the park will be closed for a while, a long while, but this work needs to be done. And I think our community knows that. And I think we need to just publicize, well, we're going to have all these other activities and whatnot for the city events, for in the neighboring parks as well, in the neighboring centers. So I think, our folks in that area that normally go to Hermosillo Park will have that opportunity to be involved in all the other activities in our other places. So, but for everything to be done and for betterment of the future for Norwalk. And that's great to hear. Thank you, Alan.
Thank you. Thanks, Anna. Thank you. Next item, Mr. Gomez.
Yes, Vice Mayor Ayala. Our next is a video of the 5K, very successful run for a lot of us. And so I think you have a speaker card. We'll go through these items and then take, okay. So extremely successful, over 1,400 registrants. Excellent job. I'm glad that the recreation department is here. Thank you all for all the hard work you do for all the events. This one was the first for the city, and it was tremendously successful. So we have a video to show you and the community how successful this project was. So with that, we can play the video.
I want to welcome all of you. This is our inaugural 5K walk run. All of you are making history today by joining us. So excited.
We're running Norwalk's 5K run.
Yeah.
5
Fields 1K Dash. Kids, are you ready? Here we go. Start. We don't want you to wait any longer. We know you are gonna make this amazing today. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
So today is Norwalk's first 5K on Sunday, June 2nd. We had close to 1,500 runners. We're excited. We want to thank the community for coming out. As you can see, great turnout. We'll see you guys next year.
Hi, I'm Nikea. I represent CHP and I just ran the Norwalk 5K.
Hi, I'm from John. I'm from Long Beach and 5K was great. Norwalk, thank you.
We just finished the Norwalk 5K.
Yeah!
Hi, my name is Rosalba Sanchez. I'm from Norwalk, California, representing Combat.
Hi, we are from Norwalk. We just finished the 5K. We had so much fun. It's a family event that we are enjoying so much. Thank you.
I signed up to do this 5K run, but I got in a terrible accident March 16th. So I decided to do it in my chair since I'm not able to walk.
Give yourselves a round of applause. You did it. You did it.
Again, a very successful event. I challenge all of you to come out. I did it. So, exactly. Thank you. And again, Parks and Rec, thank you very much. Great, successful event. Next, we have our biweekly video. These are activities that have happened throughout the city. If you did not participate, take a look, come out. We have lots to be able to participate in. So here we go.
In celebration of Father's Day, the Norwalk Social Services Center hosted Pudding with Papa on June 6th, bringing miniature golf fun to parents and their kids. Then on Thursday the 13th, the Senior Center held Father's Day Casino Night, which included food, dancing, and games. The city held a vaccine clinic for pets last Friday, June 14th. Vaccination helps prevent diseases and protects your pets. If you missed this one, be sure to join us at our next clinic on July 12th. Recreation and Park Services have several activities and events for you to enjoy this summer. The entertainment started on June 14th with movie night at the park, showing Trolls Band Together at Norwalk Park. Join us at the next event.
Vice Mayor, that concludes my comments. I think we have a card.
Yeah. Would Jack Cornejo come forward? I know you want to make some comments about the 5K. Are you out there, Jack? Go ahead, come forward to the podium.
Norwalk City Council, I'd like to take this opportunity to speak positively about our recent 5K event. As a senior citizen, I'm always on the lookout for activities or events in our city that will help me to live my best life. Months ago, while visiting the Arts and Recreation Center, I saw a display with information about a 5K run here in our city. It's hard for you to imagine seeing me here now as an overweight old man, but many years ago when I was young, trim, and healthy, I participated in running events both for the sense of accomplishment and as a fundraiser for charity. I was living my best life. I thought to myself, I don't know if I could run a 5K, but I sure could try and walk it. So I registered to participate and started training. First slowly, very slowly, by walking in the neighborhood, but then increasing it by treadmill work at our rec center. By the way, shout out to the rec center staff. The event organizers, volunteers, and sponsors accomplished an incredible event. All of you should be rightfully proud. There were so many happy people enjoying themselves because of your efforts. They were living their best lives. From the beginning to the end, it was evident that a lot of thought and careful preparation had been put into ensuring everyone had a positive experience. Our city branding or motto is a connected community. The Norwalk 5K was a fulfillment of that statement. In conclusion, and once again, thank you to the organizers, the staff, the volunteers, and the sponsors so that we could live our best lives in our city of Norwalk.
Thank you, Jack. We appreciate those comments. Okay, next item, consent calendar.
We have a director's report tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry.
If I may. It is very fitting that tonight it's John's last city council meeting here in Norwalk. And so we are featuring community development and his department, his staff, and all of their efforts in seeing what developments happen here in the city and all of their efforts in providing quality service to our residents, our contractors, our developers. And so with that, John?
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Vice Mayor, members of the council. I only have 73 slides, so I'll try to go through them as quickly as possible. That was for Councilmember Perez. So tonight I'd like to share a little bit with you, the council, and you, the community, about our community development department here at the City of Norwalk. Our department mission, although there's lots of words, it could be drilled down to a few phrases: supporting and enhancing the City of Norwalk, ensuring safe and code compliant development and properties, attracting and retaining businesses, creating a healthy economy, providing exceptional service, maximizing resources for the Norwalk residents to invest in their properties and businesses, provide compassionate, professional, and creative staff, and ultimately strengthen the Norwalk economy and promote a well-qualified workforce. Several months ago, we participated in an executive retreat with the Mejorando Group, and one of the challenges that Patrick Ibarra made to us as the executive team for each of our departments was to write out the mission of our organization without using the words government, citizen, service, employee, community, or budget. Now, that sounds like it should be an easy task, but for those of us in government, we use those words all the time: community, employee, citizen, government, service. But here's one of the phrases that, as I was contemplating the mission that is before you up on the screen, this is what came to mind. If I could read this. I am in my golden years, so I have to really get it close. So we aim to change people's lives one by one for the better. We want to partner with families in the community. Oops, I messed up. We want to partner with families to help them make their homes better, their dream business come true, and to live the life that they've been working towards fulfilling. I think as I was reflecting on this for tonight, I think that's a sentence that is consistent throughout all the departments in the city, and not just community development, but it's something that we try to do every day, because ultimately the business we provide and the service we provide is one person at a time, one customer at a time. So, you know, if you look behind me, the first 3 rows are most of the community development department, and I've been blessed to be able to work with them and have them be part of my team and support me and support this community. And so really, even though I'm the one giving the presentation, they're the ones that really make the magic happen. If I could borrow a phrase from a different time. So what do we do in community development? You know, we have an administration group. We provide planning and building services for permits and construction. We promote the community through our economic development efforts, and we provide housing assistance and scholarship assistance through our housing and CDBG programs. We also administer the Planning Commission, and we administer ARPA funding for a variety of projects that are ongoing throughout the city. Our org chart, although you know, we have the org chart on the screen, it's the members behind me that really make everything happen. We have our 4 divisions plus a variety of consultants to help us fulfill the vision of the council and ultimately provide outstanding service to the community. We have about 30 full-time staff, 8 part-time staff, and another 8 or 9 consultants who support us with expertise and with staff support to make all of these things happen throughout the community. So this last year, we adopted an update to the Economic Development Plan. We were nominated again as one of Los Angeles County's most business-friendly cities. This event for the LAEDC is hosted at SoFi Stadium, and we've gone a couple of times. So at one point, we snuck onto the field, not really, but a few of us snuck onto the field, and we were able to run end zone to end zone before we were escorted off by security. So if any of you want to see that video, Councilmember Perez has it in her phone. But but it was one of the great memories of being part of this Norwalk team. So what else do we do to further these economic development efforts? We manage and administer 70 plus contracts, and our budget, which with housing is, you know, somewhere around $15 to $18 million annually. This last year, we administered the One Ways rehab program, where we were able to complete 80 homes rehabilitations. You know, exterior paint, new roofing, new fence, and junk removal. That effort involved over 1,000 phone calls and over 1,300 emails. And we provide some of this information because we do track our visits in person. We don't always do a good job tracking the calls and the emails. And especially during the pandemic, the calls and the emails were really the lifeline that we had to the community because we were looking at being safe and cautious during especially that first year. For our building and safety group, you've seen our inspectors out making sure that new construction is safe and it's accessible and it's done well and it's done appropriately. We process just over 4,000 permits every year. We conduct over 8,000 inspections annually. This last year of 2023, we issued 144 accessory dwelling unit permits. And if you look at, this is just for our building division, almost 3,000 phone calls and almost 4,000 emails. So aside from the in-person activity, we spend a lot of time supporting our community and working with them to get their permits and to get to their goal of making their house better, opening their business, and making their life better. Our plan check valuation for 2023 was about $18.5 million, and the permit valuation was about $134 million. Generally, our fiscal years run at about $150 to $180 million of valuation for all of the permits. Our planning group processed about 40 development projects in 2023, almost 1,000 phone calls and 1,500 emails in that effort, and almost 1,400 counter visits. What we've been working on over the last 4.5 years at the council's direction and support from the city manager's office was to look at ways to streamline development. So we have gone from a processing time of 6 to 8 months for development to a processing time of 6 to 8 weeks for most development projects. We created a new process. It's a director approval review, and it's accelerated. We still include information to the commission and the community, but it enables us to move more quickly so that the businesses can open more quickly and serve our community more quickly. I heard a little clap over there. I bet it was Karen. I didn't see, but I think it was Karen. Thank you. Our housing and neighborhood development group, we administer support to almost 550 families who need our support through our voucher program, and we provide just about $8.3 million of assistance annually. And so our housing group, they support that effort. And during the pandemic, it was extremely difficult. Every time someone changes their income, we have to do a recertification. Well, during the pandemic, it was a constant movement of recertification multiple times for the same customers because the jobs were so uncertain, and we were open, then we were closed, and then they were on furlough and they weren't. And we worked through that. But you can see for this group, both CDBG and housing, we're at almost 3,000 phone calls and close to 1,500 emails for that effort. We just started the second consolidated plan since I've been here, and this is a 5-year plan. So you'll be seeing more outreach and community meetings on getting input from the community on that. That's through our housing group. And I just wanted to end with a few photos of our outreach. I could talk a lot about all the development that we worked on, and there is going to be some photos in the video. I thought there were more photos in here, but anyway, this is the most important. These are the staff members who make up our department. You can see us out in the community, soliciting input, providing service, and providing support. And they've been great to work with. And I just wanted to thank you for the opportunity to share. And we can go to the video if we're ready. But thank you very much.
And that's where the magic happens.
Very good. Thank you. Now we have consent calendar.
Move it.
Ready? Councilmembers Perez.
Aye.
Ramirez.
Aye.
Valencia.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Ayala.
Aye. Okay, does anybody have any, council have any appointments to advisory bodies this evening?
I do, Mr. Vice Mayor.
Okay.
I'd
Fire
like
away.
to appoint Mr. Elmer Bisuela to Public Safety Commission. If I can get a second.
Second.
Is she here tonight, Rick? I'm sorry.
He is here today.
Okay. What? You want to come forward to the podium and take the oath?
Yes. We have a motion and a second, so I'll do a.
Yeah, I was going to say you want to finish that vote.
Councilmembers Perez.
Aye.
Ramirez.
Aye.
Valencia.
Aye.
Vice Mayor Ayala.
Aye.
And now if you would join me, Mr. Bizuela, is that how you say it?
Yes.
Go ahead and please raise your right hand, and the words are there. I'm going to go ahead and do sentence by sentence, and you can follow along with me. So I, and state your name,
Elmer Bristola,
do solemnly swear.
affirm.
You just repeat,
solemnly swear,
repeat what
solemnly swear.
sorry.
Okay.
So, that I will support and defend
That I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
upon which I'm about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Well, since he's here, why don't we get a picture real quick? Okay, I'm going to open the public hearing to consider resolution number 24-35, setting sewer service charge for fiscal year 24-25 and ordering that such charge be collected on tax roll. The public hearing is now open. Teresa, can you provide the noticing report, please?
Yes, thank you. Notice of the public hearing was posted on May 23rd at the city's 3 official posting sites, as well as uploaded to our website. It was also published in our official adjudicated newspaper on May 24th and the 31st. And I have received no communications.
Thank you. Staff report, please.
Yes, Vice Mayor Ayala, we have Mr. Glenn Cow who will present.
Thank you, Jesus. Good evening, Mayor and council members. I'll go right to the background for you. Little background for this item. Ordinance number 13-1642 established sewer charges on June 18, 2013 to pay for the operation and maintenance of the city's sewer system, which also includes for capital costs. Norwalk Municipal Code, Chapter 13.14, asserts that City Council is authorized to levy an annual service sewer charge and to have such charge collected on the tax roll. On November 21st, 2017, City Council voted to continue to collect the sewer service charge with no increase until the city updates its 2015 sewer master plan, updates the sewer system management plan, conducts a sewer fee study. The sewer system management plan update is nearly complete. The sewer master plan is currently underway. Fees collected based on this chart here, which is based on the water meter size, varying from 5/8 at $7.58 up to 10-inch diameter meter at $396.02. Little background of where the sewer fees are used. We have current and recent projects we completed upon the sewer system. Project 7519 is at 90% complete. What that is, it provides for the, we call it SCADA. The acronym is Supervisor Control and Data Acquisition. What that does, it's analogous to how you control the environment in this building here with the heating and ventilation. We do the similar things on the sewer system, so we know how it's operating, how the lift stations are operating or not, and we can get our staff and personnel to respond to that. Project 7520 is complete with design and complete with construction. What that project did was made upgrades to 2 sewer lift stations we have here in the city. One is located at approximately Bloomfield and Mollett. The other is at Harvard and Ridley. For a little background on what a sewer lift station does, the city of Norwalk has a very flat topography. So gravity is the method we use in the sewer system. We flow everything through gravity. Unlike water, we have pressure. So a sewer lift station, we create an artificial low spot. Everything flows to that, and we pump that out, and all our wastewater conveys to county sanitation district system. 7521 is also complete. It repaired point locations of sewer main line using various methods. The various methods could be a specific location type repair, lining of the pipe, and or replacement of the pipe, or some combination thereof of all those. Project 7522 is at 65% complete of design. Its evaluation for rehabilitation of the sewer manholes, which are required in the system. A lot of people look at that as it's a quick buck to go and steal the covers and the rings. Really what a sewer manhole does is you need a device to access the main anytime you have a change in direction, so we can ensure proper operation. 7523 is 10% complete of design. It is to do pipe replacements and pipe rehabilitation. And 7524 is also similar to 7522. It's also for sewer manhole rehabilitation. Last but not least, 7525 is also for pipes. It's at 10%. We're running a couple of these projects together. We're trying to get caught up. We had some, resource shortages and staffing, things like that, and we've got that, getting that adjusted now. And 7527, it's at 40%. It is I'm not going to call it phase. I've brought phase type projects to so many projects here. I'm just going to say it's the second component for the lift stations. The first project did the wet wells, which is a collection. The second component will improve and rehabilitate all the motor controls and the piping. Fiscal impacts is the annual fee projected for FY 24-25 is about $2.5 million. The actual amount collected will be not done until after we start receiving the first installments from the LA counties who collects this for us. Last but not least, the recommended action is that staff recommends City Council consider adoption of resolution number 2435, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Norwalk approving the annual sewer report and levying an annual sewer service charge for fiscal year 24-25, pursuant to Chapter 13.14 of the Norwalk Municipal Code, and ordering the annual sewer service charge to be collected on the County of Los Angeles tax roll. That concludes my report. I'd be available for any questions. Thank you.
Is there anyone here wishing to speak on this item?
I don't have any speaker cards.
You didn't receive cards either?
No.
Okay. Well, seeing none, I'll bring it back to council. Does council have any questions?
I'll move it.
Second.
Teresa, roll call.
Council members Perez.
Aye.
Ramirez.
Aye.
Valencia. Aye. Vice Mayor Ayala.
Aye. Item 26, One Ways Neighborhood Rehabilitation Program Summary. Staff report, please.
Yes, Vice Mayor Ayala, members of the City Council. This report is a what I would call a concluding report. It's a receive and file. It's related to the investment that the council approved for the One Ways that has made a huge impact in the community. And I think you'll see some pictures of the before and after. Tonight we have Mr. John Ramirez who will be presenting.
All right, John, this is your last one. Make it good.
Thank you. Thank you, Jesus. Now I'm a little nervous. So, Vice Mayor, members of the council, I'd like to share with you a summary of the One Ways Neighborhood Rehabilitation Program that the council authorized us to move forward on back in July of 2022. We ended up implementing the program throughout most of 2023 and a little bit of 2024. And we conducted outreach and community meetings, and we accepted applications in person and online for the month of March of 2023. The One Ways Neighborhood Program was applied to a specific geographic area that's traditionally known as the One Ways, Hopland, Pioneer, Alondra, and Norwalk Boulevard. There's approximately 860 properties in that area, and we were able to touch almost 10% of those homes through our rehab program. We were able to install new roofs, new fencing, new paint, and junk removal. So it was a really great program and a great opportunity to connect with individuals in that neighborhood. This is a little bit of a summary with a graphic of our efforts. And the average paint was just about $12,000 and took 13 days. And our roof cost was about $27,000 per roof and 9 days to complete. When we made our efforts toward re-roofing, we usually found quite a bit of substructure under the roof that had to be addressed and rebuilt. In some instances, we had a few times where we had to scramble to get engineered drawings. And one of the great things we were able to do was provide dedicated staff to this program. So every contractor knew to go to a specific permit tech, and then we had a dedicated inspector. And then the inspector gave his cell phone number to the specific contractors. And so we were able to even sometimes conduct 2 inspections on the same day, which was a great opportunity to move these projects forward. A few before and after photographs that really tell the story. And I think for me, the most striking impact it had was being able to meet some of the individuals who lived in this community and were doing everything they could to keep their families going. Most of the time, we found that there's one individual who really supported their household, worked nights, got up, took nephews and nieces to school, came home, took care of mom, doctor's appointments, and one of them I asked, like, when do you sleep? I'm not understanding the amount of things you do doesn't match the amount of time in the day. And so it was great to be able to get to know some of these family members and to be able to support them through this program that the city council gave us permission to do. So here's a before, and then here's the after. And one of the things we did was we worked for a longer term with some of the property owners to help abate code enforcement violations. One of the other important things to note is we only provided support to homeowners who lived in the properties. So if it was a rental and there was an out-of-town investor, we wouldn't provide support to that, because this was really intended for community members who their heart was in Norwalk, their lives are in Norwalk. So this is the before, there's the after, another before, after. And you'll notice what happened is when we would go in to provide one service, the homeowners sometimes took the opportunity to add. So this particular house got both new paint and new fencing. And so it was a great opportunity where homeowners were able to work with our contractors that we secured and get maybe a little bit of a discount on some of the other improvements to make it really a big dramatic change. So here's a before, here's an after. So this property, this was Frank Hinojos. He was here the morning of, sitting outside. We opened at 8, and he was the first one over here. We did all the check-in in council, and he was just a wonderful person to talk to and get to know a little bit. And then we would go out and we'd say hi to him and try to convince him to do certain things to his property. And he's like, no, I'm gonna do these bricks. I'm gonna do this. Like, he still had this heart of wanting to make everything around him better. And he was so great to talk to and so happy about the end result, which you're going to see is this new roof. And we were able to get the contractor to do touch-up paint on the fascia board and help that area. He sits in the front a lot and just, enjoys the outdoor space, and we were able to make that better for him. So it was really a nice opportunity for him. Here's another one before, and here's after with paint. Another before. And this one, you'll notice, this is pretty dramatic. This property, when we were doing the before and after, we had to check the address on the curb because the roof line's different. They got a new roof. They installed new fencing, and it looks like basically a different house. So, even though we only provided one portion of the service for the fencing, they were able to get a lot of other improvements to the home. So it's really a wonderful opportunity. We had pre-construction survey results about how long had people lived in the community. If they didn't have this program, would they be able to get things done? And so more than half wouldn't have been able to do it without the support of this program and support of the council. And so it's a wonderful opportunity to make an impact in this area. A lot of the participants were very happy. Amanda Moreno, who's no longer here, she administered the bulk of the program, and she grew up in the area. So it was an opportunity for her to be a part of that effort to give back. And of course, 100% of our participants said they would participate again. So, the wonderful thing is we worked really hard to negotiate and get a good value for each of our customers out there. And so we end up having about $175,000 left over. And so part of the goal of this remaining funds, just to get an informal nod from the council to make sure that they support it, is that we're going to go back and look at the surveys that we initially sent out to the community and identify folks who maybe wanted to participate but weren't able to, and confirm that they qualify. And with $175,000, we should be able to do, probably 8 different projects, maybe 7, depending on if they're fencing or roofing. So, with that, I just wanted to end on the fiscal impact of these general funds. They were funneled through ARPA, but they're actually general fund monies. And so we just wanted to recommend that you receive and file, and we're available for any questions.
Any questions, council?
I just have one, Mr. Vice Mayor. You said you had about $175,000 left in the program. Have we thought about perhaps, with going through the selection process, maybe do like a random lottery to maybe those homeowners that are maybe physically unable to move around and to make income to do home renovation? Have we looked at that possibility of assisting those that would love to improve their home but don't maybe have the financial means, but do show a considerable need? I don't know if we can do that legally, but something I just wanted to bring it out there.
We could. One of the focuses, we have existing participants who have provided surveys, so we wanted to keep going with that group that participated from the beginning, and they participated in the orientations at the beginning as well. So we want to just kind of finish up the program in that way. But we could, at the direction of the council, we can.
Yeah, I'm just saying if we exhausted all those options and that money's still there after the fact that we reached out to those individuals that are still in the program that are still interested. That I know there's a couple of I don't know if we've shared that with you. An officer that was killed in the line or was passed away in the line of duty. I guess they're doing a home remodeling project here in Norwalk, and I think they reached out to Norwalk for assistance. I know it's being privately funded through sponsorships, and they basically rehab the widows' residents of the front yards or whatever they select, front or backyard. And they did reach out to Norwalk for their participation. I think the city manager's office has that information, and the project is due to take place in July, I believe. And I believe the deputy was out of the Norwalk station, if I'm not mistaken. So they are seeking some assistance. So maybe we could, through our staff or some funds, that maybe we could help in that effort.
Yeah, we can look into that.
Thank you. Thanks, Rick. We're going to oral communications. We have 2 cards. I'll have Brian Tyndall come up first, please. Oh no, do I have the name right?
Sorry, that was for general public comment.
Yeah, that's where we're at.
Hi. Good evening, council and staff. I wanted to take a moment to talk about native trees. I've been absent from council, which is kind of disappointing. I've been working on a larger presentation, and I just keep putting it off because I figure it's going to take a couple of months of coming and speaking. But I'll just get started on it in the meantime. The street trees that we have are cataloged and listed, and I've been going through all of that to see what species we have, and we have very, very few native species. Native plants are important in the area because they provide habitat for a lot of the native insect and bird species, as well as diversifying the inventory. So if a disease comes, the inventory is a little bit more diversified and it won't affect the overall tree canopy of the city. And so that's something important to consider. And so I will be working on a presentation and come back at a later time. But native trees save water because they're established for our current climate. And they also cut down on pesticide use and maintenance costs because they are designed for the climate. So thank you for your time. I'll come back later when I have more information, but I just wanted to say thank you.
Thanks, Brian. Second speaker is Yvonne Eisner.
Oh, good evening, council members. Thank you for allowing me to speak. My issue and concern is about last month's Now magazine, the newsletter. The post that I'm referring to is the one about the fireworks, the illegal fireworks specifically, and the fines associated with them. I'm just wondering, are we going to have enough support staff to answer the calls that come in due to seeing illegal fireworks? It's like a war zone starting as of now, and it runs through the end of August. It's horrible. It goes off early in the morning to late at night, all hours. There's just no way to determine or to know when somebody is going to set off a firework. My concern is that when I have phoned in the past, I'm made to feel as if I'm bothering. Like this is not an important issue. We have other things. We don't have enough staff to check that out. Why bother calling? Why bother having a fine associated with setting off illegal fireworks? So I'm just wondering, are we going to be able to staff and answer those calls. And maybe even should our city consider completely removing fireworks from the city, as some other cities have, because it seems so out of control. Every year it seems to have gotten a little bit worse. Anyway, thank you for hearing me. Thank you for your time.
Ms. Eisner, we can't respond formally during oral communications, but Mr. Ramos, I'm sure he'd be more than happy to discuss it with you. He's Deputy City Manager. One of his departments is Public Safety, and he works with our Sheriff's Department, especially around 4th of July. So, Mr. Ramos, can you speak to Ms. Eisner after the meeting?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I don't have any other speaker cards.
Tony, before you pound that gavel, I got 2 minutes to hit your I just want to say, John, thank you again for your time, your dedication to the city, to our businesses, to our residents, and to your team. I wish I was retiring. I'm not that lucky yet. So congratulations and enjoy that time.
Very good.
Thank you.
Then real quick, now that you're retired, John, you can let the cat out of the bag that we are related. Just
I didn't want to make you uncomfortable and let everybody know that.
Okay, this time for sure we're adjourned.
Nice.